Folks, welcome back to You Are the Bank and part 3 of my series on You Are the Bank. When you've got a growing small business starting to produce a little bit of cash and you want to control your destiny by creating your own bank. But till we get to the really good stuff, we need to concentrate again on some of the defensive stuff in the setup of your structure. So what we're talking about today is protecting the business and making sure that you're able to grow the business and know that that business has got plenty of protection. So the three things we're going to cover are, number one, make sure that you only keep a balanced amount of working capital in the business, no excess cash. Number two, we want to talk about insurance, and that's business insurance. And number three, and probably the most critical thing, is make sure that you get monthly and quarterly bookkeeping and BAS done well and balanced so you know where you're going. So the first thing, folks, is the cash flow in your business, especially if it's starting to grow, you don't want to leave too much of it in there. Now, what I mean by that is keep a level of cash in your business so it can run the business comfortably. You've got a bit of excess for a rainy day. And when I say a rainy day, enough cash to cover, say, an extra month of cash flow. But anything above that, you need to put that money into private structures. And why are you doing that? Because the business carries a lot of business risk itself. It's out there dealing with creditors, it's dealing with its own people, it's dealing with people from the outside. There's a lot of risks, it's a litigious world out there. So make sure that the business just runs on the cash it needs to run that business, and the rest of the dough, get it over to your private structures. Number two, make sure that you've got insurance for the business. Now, you might be a professional running a business, which means you need professional indemnity insurance. You might have a lot of equipment, which means you need equipment insurance. And being directors of companies, you may need directors insurance. So business insurance to cover everyone at work, cover the business. There's public liability as well, don't forget that. Make sure you talk to a good business insurer and understand exactly what you need to cover yourself and especially the business. Make sure of that. And the third thing I wanted to talk about, and probably the most important in our field, is get your bookkeeping done accurately every month and your quarterly BAS up to date. So that's accurate because you know where you're going in a growing small business with your finances, and it helps clearly protect your business because you've got accurate figures all the time. There's so many times that I've seen where small businesses have grown and they don't know where they are with their cash flow, and something comes out of the blue like a big tax payment, something comes out of the blue like a big capital they've got to make on a piece of equipment. The finance is coming to the end and they've got to redo that finance. If you've got accurate books on a monthly and a quarterly basis, you will be set. So folks, make sure when you're setting up your bank, protect your business by making sure you don't have excess cash in there. Make sure you've got business insurance. And the final thing is your bookkeeping and BAS has got to be up to date and accurate. Thanks for listening. I'm Pat Mannix.